I want to know the context of that saying, because that could be a very horrible, damning saying. Finally checking out some of Wretch 3-2. This new song, 3 minutes silence. Let's get into it.
Dear Boris, you flopped on so many levels. How the fuck I hear you say inequality is essential? I feel aggravated, I'm disappointed. It's mental when it's hard having drive when congestion's charging me petrol just to get to work. Mum's work.
Hold up. I want to know what happened. I want to know. So Boris Johnson said inequality is essential.
I don't know.
I would love to hear this in context. I want to hear the whole thing, but you know what I mean. It sounds bad. It does. Mm-hmm. But I want to hear it before placing a judgment. You know what I mean?
Mental when it's hard having drive when congestion's charging me petrol just to get to work. Mum's working for the NHS, she feeling hella hurt. Said another day, another death, another reverend. Touch and go with this touchy subject, cut is delicate. But that's the thing about the government, they'll always have puppets on strings making decisions, making all the choices for places they've never been in. Boris, you ain't felt the heat or had a plate in the kitchen. We should sub you up for Rashford and make him play your position. He's more united, little more upfront with it. You're more divided. And if I put my faith in your king, I am mortalizing. That's why I keep my power.
Okay, we should sign you up for Rashford and have them play a position or something. He's more united. I know those are two soccer teams. Mm-hmm. I don't know much other than that. I don't know the whole thing. I know Rashford is a soccer team. I know Manchester United, is a soccer team. You know what I mean?
Good catch.
You know what I'm saying?
Good catch.
I only know that because of Discord. But the inequality thing, I'm just saying, I wonder the context because, obviously there's going to be rich and poor. You're saying that inequality? You're talking about racial inequality? You know what I mean? I want to know the context of that saying because that could be a very horrible, damning saying. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or it could be not as bad as it seems. I don't know.
More divided, and if I put my faith in your king, I am mortalizing. That's why I keep my powers all within and I walk with guidance. Ever seen an author authorize it and call it riot? Remember, I'm the type you can call a titan. Had Sadiq Khan apologizing for all the bias. Had so much on my plate, had to water diet. But they're the small things that come your way when you walk with giants. Dents in my armor show it's working. Malcolm Wretch, they tried to shoot me through the curtain.
Malcolm Wretch.
A little while back, he said, "Have you ever seen an author authorize it and call it writing? I guess plagiarize something. You know what I mean? Like an author authorize it and call it writing. They call themselves an author. They stole some stuff."
Dents in my armor show it's working. Malcolm Wretch, they tried to shoot me through the curtain. But I'm for the people, I'm a person, and with all these royalties, I don't have to be assertive to give a sermon. I preach, I'm assertive, I speak. I ain't perfect, I try. Have you ever had a birth and death on your mind? That's why certain race reports get erased from my site. They say it's not institutional because it's designed.
Inequality is essential.
There will be cuts.
I'm an exuberant defender of that.
Of course you are. We wouldn't need canaries if we knew what was down the mine. You seek, you find. Never got this paper reading through the lines. I'm Father Christmas all the time, but the singing, the more the merrier. Just got them feeling more obliged if I give you my skin. Would you wrap it around my kids when I'm gone? My next the king gets my word and my bond, and I'm still trying to find time to nurture my son. Cause in that life lesson, I just need a first and I've won. And it's no rehearsal. Caught myself fathering my dad, that's a role reversal. More time your actions speak louder than all your verbal.
Okay, what was that right there?
Caught myself father and my dad, that's a role reversal.
I thought you said call myself father and my dad. I'm like, that's a wrong. Hold up. Let me probably, okay, caught myself father and my dad. Okay.
In that life lesson, I just need a first and I've won. And it's no rehearsal. Caught myself fathering my dad, that's a role reversal. More time your actions speak louder than all your verbal. Trying to be the center of attention's a lonely circle. Imagining my race is the only hurdle. Imagine running for the gold that they stole from your home, and when you win it back, they say congrats like it ain't what I'm owed. Stadiums packed to the back and they're waving their phones, and I should be politically correct and be thankful and go. When there's blood on my hands, I pay my taxes and they shot my old man down the stairs. I drove to the station in a rage against the machine, but I realized you can only fight the devil with your prayers. We've been
Oh, you hear that Rage Against the Machine reference?
Yeah.
We have never listened to them, but we've gotten a
Yeah.
ton of requests to do Rage Against the Machine.
Yep.
That's the only reason
It's
I
on
knew
the
that was a
list.
band.
It's on the list.
So I wonder if he listens to Rage Against the Machine.
He probably listens to everything. I feel like artists be like very into like art, like very musical.
Station in a rage against the machine, but I realize you can only fight the devil with your prayers. We've been praying for so long, finding human nature in old songs until a new complaint. The list goes on. To be frank, I'll shake off my masters and go blonde. I ain't just singing to hold on.
There's a lot of bars in that. Like super.
Yeah, that's where we missed a ton.
That was bar heavy. Like I felt like I was looking at Wretch and the Fire in the Booth all over again. Like I would have to listen to it a lot. But because I feel like he rapped about a lot. He does this. I feel like he was just
he was getting a lot of stuff off his chest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was hitting on a lot of different topics.
Yeah.
Some of which I know nothing about.
I think he was also commenting a lot on the like politicians and how hypocritical they are and like how they're making decisions for environments that they don't deal with.
Yeah, that's facts. And some of them are like puppets on the string.
And he's got blood on his hands because he pays the taxes that paid them.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way to look at it.
I mean, he's rich, so.
He paid a lot of taxes.
A lot of taxes. You know what I'm saying? He probably paid some full salaries.
It's like what I paid in taxes probably couldn't even pay for the gas for a fighter jet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like so he isn't wrong. Like.
Right, he probably bought a jet in Texas.
You know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
So.
All right, we're checking out this Boris Johnson on why inequality is essential. Don't know what it's about other than inequality being essential, but let's get into it.
It was Margaret Thatcher who made the key observation about charity in her famous analysis of the parable of the Good Samaritan. He wouldn't have been much use to the chap who fell amongst thieves, she noted, the Good Samaritan, if he had not been rich enough to help. Britain is competing in an increasingly impatient and globalized economy in which the competition is getting ever stiffer. And no one can ignore the harshness of that competition or the inequality that it inevitably accentuates. And I'm afraid that violent economic centrifuge is operating on human beings who are already very far from equal in raw ability, if not in spiritual worth. Whatever you may think of the value of IQ tests, it is surely relevant to a conversation about equality that as many as 16% of our species have an IQ below 85, while about 2%, but anyway, 16%, what do you want to put up your hands? 16% have an IQ below 85, 2% have an IQ above 130. And the harder you shake the pack, the easier it will be for some cornflakes to get to the top. And for one reason or another, boardroom greed, or as the people in the boardrooms assure me, the natural and God-given talents of senior executives, the income gap between the top cornflakes and the bottom cornflakes is getting wider than ever. And I stress, I don't believe that economic equality is possible. Indeed, some measure of inequality is essential for the spirit of envy and keeping up with the Joneses and so on. That is a valuable spur to economic activity.
So what did you think about Boris Johnson's some measure of inequality is essential for envy and Joneses spur economic activity? What did you guys think about that quote? Let us know down in the comments.
Yeah, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you comment and like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And we appreciate you kicking it on the couch with us tonight. Until next time, that's a wrap.
I don't know. Tell me, man, what do you know? What do you know? Me and my boys on the road. Who to go? She told me, boy, you to go. Like, I don't know. But I don't